Right then, this is a quick walk around video. Excuse me if it's a little bit windy today, so I hope you can hear me. This is an absolutely lovely looking CR-V. It's a 2-litre EX manual, finished in this gorgeous passion red pearl, which the video never does justice to. Roof rails fitted as well, obviously top of the range EX with just 66,000 miles on the clock. Car's in really lovely condition. Previously owned and sold to my sister a couple of two or 3 years ago now. She's just bought another car from us and she's kept the car very well indeed. Front of the car, lights and lenses clear, intact, there's no cracks, there's no condensation. Bonnet is good. There are obviously stone chips on the vehicle as you'd expect over the years. They are light, but there are some there, so don't think for a second there aren't. I like to try and be as honest as I can on these videos, but it's certainly in keeping with the age and mileage of the car. Near side of the car, really smooth in the panels, no indentations. Near side front alloy, the one takes all of the bashing, and nothing there that I can see at all. Panel work on the side's absolutely lovely. Near side rear alloy, again unmarked. Coming around the back of the car, bumper corners, very good indeed. And around to the off side of the vehicle, again very smooth in the panel work. Can't see any obvious indentations there at all. Offside rear alloy, again lovely condition. So it's a lovely sunny day. Unfortunately it is very glary for the videos, I'm aware of that, so I do apologise, but the sun's out and I can't complain, I'm not going to. And then final alloy, very good, just the odd tiny little mark. So externally the car is in very good condition for the age and mileage of the vehicle. Because it's sunny, I've just parked in the shade, which again makes doing the interiors a little bit better. Boot, which is enormous, it's been kept again wonderfully well. Load liner fitted, so obviously that means that the carpeted areas underneath all in absolutely beautiful condition. Coming into the back of the car now, wide opening rear doors, enormous amount of room, and that's with the front seat set for me, and I'm over 6 foot tall. It's beautiful light leather interior, it looks absolutely stunning in the car. As I say in the road test video, on hot days like today, it's just lovely to get in and out without sort of burning your legs on the black interior, but it's just wonderfully clean in there as well. Coming to the front, door card on the driver's side, as with all of them, has been kept wonderfully well. Passenger seat on the front there, again, looks absolutely super. Video makes it look slightly dull in here. It's a gorgeous interior, which the video doesn't really sort of pick up, unfortunately. Finally come to the driver's door card, again, really very clean. Footwell rail areas and everything, sorry, it's a little bit speckled with the sun coming through. The driver's seat again in super condition. So inside the car now, engine's running through this section, so the dash can be seen illuminated, which looks pretty much as new. Sat nav, you can see they're working exactly as it should. If I put the car into reverse, get that lovely clear gridded parking camera to complement the front and rear parking sensors, all working exactly as it should, as I said, but been kept absolutely beautifully. Coming to the main binnacle, hopefully you can see there, 66,601 miles. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all whilst the engine's running. But it really is in absolutely fantastic condition in here. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, both here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2-litre EX manual. Car's registered SV63HHR, and mileage currently showing at 66,594. The reason for the videos is essentially so if anyone's looking at our car online in our advert, they actually get to see any of our cars in operation. The reason we feel it's important is very simple. We know to our cost just how frustrating it can be to go and see a car which can look perfectly good in a description and on photographs, but then when you get there to drive it, it's got a fundamental issue which you'd much rather have known about before setting off, so hence that's why we do it. It's also done on these very quiet country roads very close to our premises. This actually forms part of the test drive route we take customers on, so hopefully then it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself if offered a test drive in the car. As I mentioned in the walk around video, which is weirdly enough it was done after this but is edited to be shown before, this actually is a car we know well. Obviously it was my sister's car, which we sold for a few years ago, and it's been kept very, very well indeed. Engine starts absolutely instantly, of course, and settles to completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and the engine's been running for quite some time now, and it's up to 1/3 on the temperature gauge, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle. The engines are simply lovely, lovely units. Typical Honda 4-cylinder, world's best manufacturer 4-cylinder engines without a shadow of a doubt. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's very, very refined in operation, and it's got a wonderful power delivery. Very flexible, so any speed, you can rev it out as Hondas tend to do, very, very nicely, but very smoothly. It's a wonderful piece of engineering. Cam chain driven, no cam belts to worry about, so no huge service looming on them, and a reputation for reliability that is absolutely unmatched in its class. Engine then feeds through into clutch and gearbox. Clutch on the car, absolutely perfect. Bike point exactly where it's meant to be. It's nice and smooth and slick in operation. Likewise, the gearbox of the vehicle, it's a wonderful, wonderful gear change. Like most front wheel drive or transverse engine cars, I should say, because it's 4-wheel drive, this car. The gear lever here is actually joined to the gearbox by cables. Which means some cars and some manufacturers seem to think it's a bit of an opportunity to get away with a pretty horrible gear change. They can quite often feel kind of light, lifeless, vague, all the things I hate in a gear change, and yet this is the absolute opposite. It's so slick and smooth in operation. It's got a mechanical feel to the way the gears engage. It's snappy and really short in throw. It's absolutely wonderful, I have to say. And again, feel absolutely zero wear coming through the gear lever there as well. Steering of the car, tracks absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at the speed or any speed up to the legal limit. And it's just a really lovely power steering system because it makes the car feel nice and secure and solid on the road. And for the type of car it is, which is not a sports car, it actually gives you a really nice directness. So corners like this taken a little bit quicker than I would do normally. Just turn in, one bite of it, follows absolutely faithfully, and the chassis works beautifully with it. Because the chassis is fantastic, because what they're trying to do is give you the best of both worlds, which is very hard to achieve for a family car. But it gives you really good body control through the corners. You get very little kind of pitching and wallowing about compared to lots of its competitors. It holds station really nicely, but it also offers a really comfortable and very compliant ride when you're driving along. Very, 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 very well done, I have to say. What I'm also looking out for on any road test, regardless of kind of mileage or anything else, is just listening out for any kind of mechanical noises coming from underneath the vehicle that shouldn't actually be there. And with suspension, it's normally fairly innocent stuff like little drop links kind of chattering away with a bit of wear. They're not very expensive to fix, but can be more expensive. But this one, when you hear it hitting a bump, there's no kind of noises at all coming back through the steering wheel at all. Through the steering wheel at all, through the suspension at all. So I just need to zip past this chap. But yeah, it feels absolutely as tight as a drum. So coming to the brakes of the car, I know the front brake pads have been done recently. It's had brand new rear discs and pads, which is why when I hit the brake pedal, it's got a nice solid brake pedal on the vehicle, no sort of pulsing or juddering at all going through, but they're very, very confidence inspiring. Coming inside the car, I mean, it is a lovely interior. I absolutely love this colour combination because today's a classic example. It's a lovely, warm, sunny, quite hot day. And yeah, I can get into the car, sit down with my shorts on without risking burning the back of my legs on the black leather seat. It's beautifully done. And on dark days, dull days, it just adds a lightness to the interior, but it's tastefully done as well, which is rare indeed for this type of interior. It's also in absolutely beautiful condition in here. It really is. It's been kept wonderfully well, and they are beautifully, beautifully made. No squeaks, no rattles, nothing at all. It's absolutely beautifully bolted together, as you'd expect of a Honda, but also lovely to use. You've got this fantastic visibility, helped by these enormous wing mirrors on the car. It just gives you that lovely sense of security on the road, that you know what's going on around you. But you can actually, unlike so many cars, I can actually see a bonnet in front of me rather than just kind of an end of a windscreen. So again, it just all adds that feeling that you can place the car on the road without feeling intimidated by the car in any way. And again, all working exactly as it should. Sat nav, as you can see there, you've got a dual zone climate control system offering different temperatures side to side, and that's blowing out absolutely lovely cold air, by the way. And it says 22, 23 degrees outside today. Heated seats, again, all functioning exactly as they should. Dash in front of me is simplicity itself. Really simple, easy to read dials. Minimalist, which I really like. There's not too much going on. And then a steering wheel, which feels like new to hold, by the way. Just perfect diameter size, leather bound, feels absolutely great in hand, and all the functions working exactly as they should on there as well. This is a four-wheel drive version of the CR-V, albeit there's no buttons to press because it basically does it all for you. Should you need it to go into four-wheel drive, it senses the front wheels losing grip through the traction control system, and then instantly brings in the rear wheels to give you four-wheel drive, and it's absolutely seamless in operation and very, very effective, because I have a CR-V which we tow a caravan with and never come close to getting stuck with one. Its simplicity also gives its reliability, because it means that it's not being used as often. That saves on fuel, certainly saves on tyres, and it puts a lot less mechanical stress through the vehicle. In crikey me, nearly 3 decades selling Hondas using this system, we've not so much as put a spanner on any of them, so it is a very, very tough system indeed. As I said at the start of the video, brief as it might be, it is literally just to show the car in operation, but as I said, to feedback on anything at all, but there's nothing. It drives absolutely beautifully. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate, do give us a call.